Hello and welcome back. You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. I am in my career mode better than ever, and I am going to be the first person to orbit the world. That was the plan of last time. Those were the contracts I had, and I gotta tell you what, it was not going too well, but I've learned some things. I got some more Steve Manley up in my noggin here. I've seen people, so I'm, attacking things with reckless abandon is going to start to end a little bit, which is kind of disappointing, but I kind of like being a bit naive when it comes into a video game. However, in this case, I would have completely destroyed my space program, and that wouldn't be fun because then I wouldn't have anything. So, what I have learned is how to use the map thing. So when I go to my launch station here, I'll be able to like show you and understand the node things and how to actually orbit. Because it was tricky. I was just kind of throwing spaceships up. I did get one into orbit, but it was basically became a big planet orbit. I don't know. It was out there. There's a lot of terminology people use with this game, and it kind of makes me feel dumb. But that's all right because I don't want to be too smart. And I do want to at least know more than nothing. So, what I got going on here is a spaceship that I think is absolutely gonna do it. Now, I did get a little bit more research, so I was able to unlock this tank. Now, this tank here is like basically a tank and a half of the 400. It's two tanks, so maybe it actually has an advantage on weight. That's kind of the stuff I don't know. I just know it's bigger, and bigger is better. Basically, it's a massive 4.5 with the double, so really it's just two tanks strapped together. So there you have it. I got a bigger tank, and that legitimately did nothing for me then. I'm so glad I went to all the work of doing research to unlock something that absolutely means nothing to me. Anyhow, I got two boosters on it, so the weight, I can actually launch this rocket. That'll be nice. And it is the 3-stager, so we have, I know, listen to this. This is pretty legit. We got the boosters that are going to be boosting us up into space. And then right down here, I got the, I don't know what in the world it's called. Yeah, see? The T30. It's going to be providing lift, and that's going to get us up into that orbital space. And then I got the test engine, the 45, and that's what's going to allow me to hopefully understand this thing. And if I can achieve that, then I'm going to be rich, and that's all I know. Oh, but the other big thing is I actually got a pilot in the seat rather than an engineer, so I can use that awesome thing called stabilization or whatever it is. It's basically the thing that means I don't wobble all the time. Oh, this isn't good. I've been here before. Why do I have to zoom in all the way? That's just never good. Okay. Alright, Patgard is my latest pilot, and he's going to be helping me out here. This is his first flight with the Brothgar Space Program here. So, luckily he noticed that the parachute was not in the right position, which would have been bad. And by the way, that last engine is right there, so it's really short, and it's important that I have the SAS. So important. Yeah, that was really hard, but it's probably entertaining because my thing was just flipping all over the place. At any rate, I can also fast forward time, which means it could be daylight, so you can see what's going on. The world's biggest intro, biggest build-up for actually going around the world. Here we go. Oh, and also if I go to the east, it makes more sense. So, I'm all ready to go. See, look at how much smarter I am now. I feel smart. Let's do it. Woo! Alright, so we are providing some major boost right now. Just taking off. I don't know if I'm going to get any more crew points out of this. Crew report? Not worth it. See that? That's all new to me. That's all new. Right now we're going straight up. I think we're going to nudge it ever so slightly to the right. My right, basically east. Alright, we're going to bring up the throttle. Rather than just going full throttle, you can actually use the shift key, which is right next to Z. And that's going to allow me to adjust things. I want to make sure I'm accelerating, but I don't want to use all my fuel. That's not really a thing. That's just something I'm doing. At about 10,000 meters, I'm going to roll on over here to the 45. We're now out of pretty much the first atmosphere. first layer or something. You know, whatever. Let's not get all technical about it. We don't want no technical stuff here. Okay, so if I test my goo, nothing there. Alright, this is where it's important. The AP thing, whatever that is, I can't pronounce half these words, but it sounds really smart when you say it. The pussopus, the AP right there, that's something I need to pay attention to. And if I get this up into the right here, then I could probably do another test. Right now my burn is going pretty well. I've gained a ton of speed. I want to make sure that this is right around 80,000. What do I need it actually? 83,000, 85,000. We're going to separate. We're going to get launch it, but we're really going to throttle this one back. Way back, way back, way back. And I'm actually going to cut it here once I reach that height I want. So it's going to be 83. And we're stopped. 83.5. We're going to give it a little bit more juice. Oh, we've gone too much. Oops. Well, as long as it's in orbit, right? Okay, so what I got to do is, now that I know where this is going to be, I want to actually put another boost, which is going to allow me to add a marker. Marker? Game. How do I do this? Oh, crap. Oh, can I not do that? Can I not add a thingamajigger that's going to allow me to thingamajig? Oh, that's not good. Okay, so apparently I can't do that just yet, so I know right around 85,000 if I boost it to the right, or 83,000. If I boost it and I'm completely horizontal to the ground, or whatever the technical term is for that, then I will gain orbit. So just pay real close attention here. It's coming up real quick. 83.8. Let's go. Okay, now I need to watch this, and I need to make sure that I actually create an orbit. You can see that going on right there. I have now run out of fuel. No! Ow! Oh! Pat guard, you're letting me down. Alright, well, let's observe some goo. While we got this, this is going to be great. I'm going to keep that data. Let's do a crew report while I'm up here. Awesome, we're going to transmit that. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a spacewalk. What's going on? Why can't I spacewalk? Well, I guess I can't do that. Well, Pat Guard, welcome back to Kerbal Planet. We're coming back in. It's working. But we didn't quite get orbit. He did go a long ways, though. Getting closer, I suppose. Alright, I want to observe the other goo while I can. Hello? Alright, we're gonna keep that. Well, that was pretty much a complete loss, unfortunately. I thought I was gonna get that one. That's not good. Well, unfortunately, there's really only one thing I can do here. I'm just gonna have to do this. I lost all my science data. Now I could go back, I suppose, and undo some of those results and move on from there, but that would be cheating in my mind. 18.1. What can I drop? Drop my parachute. All right, so I've re-engineered the spacecraft. This one's a little bit different. So I got the big booster down below. Obviously. This one is hopefully going to work out. As opposed to the other one. So there's no hardware that I'm hauling with it. It's just big. Then that'll separate. I'll fire off the T-30. And then the T-45 is going to have a tank and a half. Or service a 3/4 of a 400. So it's got a little bit more fuel. I am also not carrying any goo. Probably should for the science of it, but for the sake of not messing with things, I may not even have the weight for it. Nope, goo canister is too heavy. I can, however, fit 2 nice parachutes onto it, and that'll be good. So that should hopefully save the engine from blowing up. Good luck. Here we go. Oh no. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Well, I guess this is going to be as good as I get. Hopefully the engine survives. Hopefully I will achieve that. Alright, Brothgar. Do us all proud. Here we go. Fingers crossed. I feel like I do that a lot. I'm not gonna press any controls. We're just going straight up. Nothing but straight here. Just gonna run the engines at max. Here we go, Brothgar. Perfect. Alright, now we do want to slow it down a little bit. We don't need quite so much speed. Okay, now we can do it. There we go. Come on now. Crank it over. Good job, Pat. You're doing really good this time. Perfect. You've kind of faded back from it. I need you a little bit more aggressive. Excellent. Excellent. I think we're going to have it this time. Okay. Parachute is in the wrong place. Throttle this way back. We need to save what fuel we can here. Here it comes, here it comes. And we are good. Slight nudge up. We'll bring that back to us, I think. And we should be good. Right around 85,000. Can I add that node thing? Nope, of course not. Don't gotta worry about that. Alright, so let's rotate the vehicle over so we are completely horizontal. Looks like we got a lot of fuel left. Alright, so once the altitude 84, you'll basically see the numbers stop. And that's when it's my key to go into orbit. Ready? Ready? Let's do it. Throttle it back. We want to save some fuel so we can actually get out of space. Have we done it? Ah! Just give it everything we got. Ah! Oh, no! No! Oh, have we... that's really not orbit. That's not orbit. Brothgar. We were so close. Well, if anything, it does mean you actually can come back in, so. Well, the world does look pretty cool from here, but unfortunately, this is yet another failed attempt to orbit the planet. Alright, well, here we go. This time we've swapped out the nice big booster for a much smaller booster. I don't know if this one's really going to work all that much better. It's got a much bigger mid-stage. We'll find out. Here we go. Okay, so it does have enough lift to get it off the ground. That's a real plus. We're already going to max out the engine because we might as well. We want this to be a part of the decouple. It's not going to give us a big boost, though. That's for sure. I am still accelerating under full throttle with this much liquid fuel on top of me. So that's a real plus, too. The real question, is this just dead weight now? Yes. Yes, I'm now just pushing dead weight into the air. I don't feel like this is any more efficient than the last rocket. Well, we're still cruising. There's no way. There's no way this is working out better. There it is, the trajectory right there. We'll reach 86 kilometers above the Earth, so maybe it's gonna work. Come on, Brothgar, you can do this. And here we are. Attempting to create an orbit. Getting ready to shut it off. I need a little bit more. Oh, no, no. Oh, crap. That might be high enough to actually make it happen. It's definitely not a perfect orbit. Well, let's see what happens. We're going to come by. We're going to kiss it right around 64,000. I don't know if it's going to give me the reward. At this point, I'm thinking I'm too low. Well, I'm going up again. I am slowing in speed, but I'm still increasing in altitude, which means I am now heading away. Yeah, how about that? Some level of success, I guess. Hey, look, there's the little base down there. I can see you from way up here. That's alright. We've now done it. We've now flown around the world once. Do I get an achievement for this, or does it just laugh at me? Ah, crap. You see, the problem is now that I'm at this low orbit, I can't force speed to go any faster. Which means it's gonna take me like an hour to slow down enough just to get back to the planet. So I'm just gonna reset it. Now, I'm shooting for a little bit lower orbit this time. So I'm gonna set that right around here. Okay, so 78,000 is where I'm looking to crank things up yet again. Technically, I believe that is orbit. So let me rearrange things here. Last time I was getting out there 130 kilometers, which was too far, I believe, because that was too low on the other side. Real key there is maybe 100 kilometers or so, kind of try to offset that distance on the other side of the planet, which would actually put me in orbit. So rather than just trying to fly up to that maximum height and then light up those engines, forget it. We're just going around the world. 78,000, there we are. Alright, so we've got the engines running here. What is the limit? 78.9. It's increasing ever so slightly. Let's do it. Can't watch my fuel. I can. There's my fuel running low. Oh. Shut her down. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back over here. I'm just going to get it barely running. And just hope. Hope I don't run out. And stop. Have I achieved anything? No, I have not. Oh, I've only got further away. Alright, so what have I learned thus far is that I'm carrying too much vertical. I really need to focus on getting a lot more horizontal velocity going on. And things go quickly once you get to that final stage, so... Shut her down. There we go. 66,000. Now it's going to be really important that I carry as much horizontal as I can. That is actually going to carry me away. I can't look at this sphere thing at the same time, I suppose. Well, actually I can, but... Alright, so here I can see my throttle. And I can see just how close I am to this. Let's see what happens when I add a little bit to it, just right now. Give it a lot. I really need that to be right around 80 by the time it's done. Oh, 77? 77? What's the other side say? Not enough. Gotta readjust it. Readjust it. Now if I give it a little bit more juice once I get up there, hopefully that'll help me out. We're going to try to really sip the energy, though. Alright, so now I'm a lot closer to the vertical here. We're going to readjust my spaceship. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of gas. Alright, what am I on the other side of the world? Crashing into the darn thing. Okay, so now that we saw that chased away, should be a lot closer. We're just gonna have to really sip the fuel. If this one goes up higher, here we go. I think I have achieved orbit. Yay! There it is! There it is! Oh, Patguard, you are the first Kerbal knot to be in a stable orbit around the Kerbal planet. Congratulations, we have done it, guys. We have finally achieved orbit. I'm actually really excited about this because this wasn't so easy. This is a fun little game. So if we fast forward here, we'll actually see ourselves just going around the planet. So there we go, round and round. Look at that. We're just going all around it. All right, so now the key here is to bring ourselves down. We're technically in orbit. I need to be on this side. Now if I give it a little bit of gas, they should slow us down and bring us back to Earth. Well, come on. Oh, I see. Well, I've now taken us out of orbit. That's nice. But let's really get out of orbit. I'm ready to go back. That should do it. And there we have it. We'll actually land pretty decent to where we took off. Not too far. And here we are, re-entering the atmosphere. Now, it is going to be a bit of a boom once we land, but... Well, you're alright. Let's go ahead and jump on out. Whoa! And there we go. One big payday. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, maybe leave a like on the way out. If there's something crazy you want me to try, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see if I can give it a shot for you. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar